Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Happy Monday night, everybody. I have a new setup, not my permanent setup, so I'm not exactly sure where to look. So if I'm all over the place, it's because I don't know what I'm looking for. So I am going to technically look away and set up so I can see who's joining. So give me 1 second so I can refresh my screen and see what's going on. I am videoing this for my craft room, and after I get done making the card, I'll do another little tour because I've got a little bit of setup for my craft room since I did my first little tour. Let's see. All right, Angela and Mary and Marcia, thanks you guys for coming and joining. How are you? I always appreciate it. I always appreciate that you come and give me part of your Monday night. It's been one of those days, people, one of those days. So I'm trying to think if there's any announcements. I think the only announcements I have is Designer Series paper is still on sale for the whole month of June. It's 15% off, I think like 10 different patterns. They are beautiful. Hey, Miss Karen. And so definitely think about if you want to stock up now, like for Christmas or all year round, some beautiful papers that you could stock up on. And then the sign up plan, if you are a customer that loves Stampin' Up! Product and you want a really great deal, the way to go is to sign up as a demonstrator. You don't have to demonstrate anything. You get $55 extra worth of product in your kit for free, and you pick it out. And then you can sign up and you can be involved for 5 or 6 months, and then you can just go back to being a regular customer. So it's a great deal. The last time they did this program, I had like 8 people join. So it was amazing. So anyways, that opportunity is out there for you. Okay, I am going to flip the camera now. This is going to be a lot of flipping tonight, people. A lot of flipping. And I have a new camera holder, and it's supposed to be better than my last one, and it's actually harder to get the camera in. So when I go to take the camera out to do a little tour of the room, I'm just going to tell you to close your eyes because it's going to get wonky. Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining. Let me see. So I'm going to flip the card down, and I'll start my video from there. So close your eyes. I'm going to turn you around, and then I'm going to before I do that, let me test something here. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to turn you around, flip you down. Maybe. That didn't work. Let's try this. All right. Okay, that's very crooked. Let's see if I can pull you up so you can get all on there. Yeah. This is probably not going to work because my phone is too heavy for the way this is going. So just hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. My camera froze, so I don't know what you see. Okay. Trish and .stampinup.net. I haven't put out that in a while, and that's to take advantage of the sale and the new catalog. There's lots of new stuff out there. So, thanks, Karen. I'm so glad I have you, Karen. I'll do that when I do the room tour. Good. Thanks, Judy. Okay. So if you need product, this is where you get it. My store, it's open 24/7, or you can always call me and I'll place the order for you, whichever is more convenient for you. Okay, before we get started making cards, I want to show you some of the gorgeous cards that I have received. It has blessed my heart. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for the cards that people have sent, but they're so beautiful that I want to share them. So this is the first one. Isn't that amazing? This is from Shannon. Shannon is a dear, dear woman and a wonderful customer and a wonderful woman and hopefully a good friend. And she made this and she said, I wasn't sure to send it because it's not Stampin' Up. I love it. It's okay that it's not Stamping Up. There's lots of beautiful things out in the world. Can you imagine how much work that was to change all the roofs? It is a die. I don't know I don't know who makes it, but oh my gosh, I just love that card. So that was a beautiful card. Then I got this from Marianne Russell, and she must know me well because Melon Mambo was one of my favorite colors. I thought that was so pretty. Just a little bit of Designer Series paper, you guys, and look at the statement that it makes. And then she freehand that. She cut that out of the paper. So that's really, really pretty. I got this from my friend Wendy. Again, not Stampin' Up, but so cute. It says, frogs are always happiest when they eat whatever bugs them. So she just was wishing me lots of success and luck on my move. So I thought that was a really cute card. Gave me a super big chuckle, so I loved it. This is from my friend Carol. You guys may remember Carol. Carol stamped with us for years till she moved to a place called O'Brien. I'm going to move this up just a little bit, which is near Gainesville, kind of, sort of, not really, but you go as far north as Gainesville, and then you go west, west, west to this beautiful piece of property. And isn't this pretty? Isn't that such a pretty card? I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. Now, let me just give you a little history on this card. Carol was the first person to send me a card at my house, my new house address, and it doesn't even get delivered to me. It gets delivered to my mother-in-law because the workers' trucks were blocking the mailbox, so they didn't put it in there. So I didn't even get my first card out of my own mailbox. But when I did receive it, I was very, very happy with it. Very, very happy. This card is from the sweetest person in the whole wide world, just about. Not that I'm playing favorites. You guys may recognize this, some of you who go to Karen's class. This is from Christine. From Kristen, and Kristen is the one that introduced me to Jazzercise, and I so miss Jazzercise. I think it goes like this. Am I right, Karen? Does it fold in half like that? I think it does that, and you do this. I think that's what you do with it, and then you open this side like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you do with it. It got squished in the mail though, because it came on a very rainy day. So the envelope was drenched when it came. But what I was going to say is, Kristen introduced me to Jazzercise, which I did for 5 years. And now I'm doing Pilates, which I love just as much. You don't get as good a cardio workout, but for my age, it's great for stretching. So move, 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 people. And then this is a card that I got. I had won a prize on a bingo event, and this was the card that I got for it. And I just thought it was so pretty. How simple is that, you guys? Just that really pretty background, one stamp, a little bit of paper, a little bit of ribbon, and you get this beautiful card. And I never use very vanilla, so I just thought that's beautiful. So those are the cards I got. I just want to say thank you to everyone and just publicly acknowledge how much I appreciated what they did for me. Now, tonight's card is a complete inspiration. And I have to tell you, it was a card I received in the mail, and I received it quite a long while ago, and it is so beautiful. And so it is from Marcia. Marcia was a customer of mine, and Marcia she joined Stampin' Up! A couple months ago, and she's been stamping away and having the time of her life, and she does amazing work, amazing work. So I was so blessed to get a card from her. So let me show you the card that she sent. I think it's the prettiest. Again, Melon Mambo, I love that color. It's just such a pretty card. So this is the card that she sent me, and I texted her right away and said, Marcia, that card is so beautiful. And she said, it comes from the catalog. I'm like, really? So she gave me the page number. So this is the card that she cased from the catalog. So you can see them side by side. She just used her own supplies at home, but she did a beautiful job. And I love this card so much that I decided to use it for my class that I had at the women's shelter. So we're going to make that card. So I didn't have the colors because when I made this card, you guys, I had nothing unpacked. So I didn't have the colors, but I do have some pretty Designer Series paper. And if you ask me where anything comes from tonight, I couldn't tell you. I'm just so happy I had this kit ready to do a class with, because it's kind of been one of those, my days are really crazy right now with work. And so it keeps me really hopping. So what I'm going to do with this is find my glue, and I'm going to put glue on the 4 sides very close to the edge. Now I used a retired punch, but there's tons of dies, you guys. There's tons of dies that you can use that have, where did I put the card? I was so excited, that have leaves on them. There's several dies that have any kind of leaf. So it was easier for me at the women's shelter to do a punch, so that's what I ended up doing. So I'm going to take now this punch, which was a big seller. I don't think it's current though, but like I said, there's tons and tons of punches, and I'm going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I might should have spaced that out a little bit more, but it will work. And flip it upside down. And I'm panicking because I'm missing some leaves. 1, 2. Well, that's interesting. I thought I had 8. I only have 6, but I can get 2 more. They have to be my stamp room. I can't run across the house like I used to be able to do in my apartment. It's much too big. And yes, cleaning is definitely a challenge. Okay, so then there's that. And then I'm just going to run it over lightly. Let me get back on screen to give it a little bit more glue at the places where I've adhered the leaves. And then this goes on top of here like that. I see one little problem with this leaf's going to stick out over the edge, so I'm just going to move it a little bit closer this way. Yeah, just so it doesn't stick out over the edge. And that looks upside down, so I'm going to do this. Let's get this figured out. Okay, there you go. So there's my base, and I'll show you Marsha's base again, so you can kind of see the similarities in the patterns, just different cut, just different leaves. For some reason, I've lost my comments, so if you guys are commenting, I apologize. Let me see. Let me try to catch up. Okay. Next thing is I used some dyes to make the tags. I didn't use, at class, I used white for both. I used the dye for both of them, but tonight I just made a quick tag so I could stamp it up and be ready for my video at 8 o'clock. Now, this is kind of two timing. A very good friend of mine and a really incredible demonstrator is going to be having some surgery, so I'm going to send her a card. So that's what this is about. So that's why I'm sending healing thoughts her way. So I'll do that. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different than Marsha and the book did, because I want people to be able to see the words. So instead of it being vertical like this, I'm going to actually do it horizontal. First thing I'm going to do is just glue this down to here, give it a little tag like that, so you can see both sides. Then I'm going to put it on with dimensionals, and I have this intentionally, you guys. I have the outlines, and I'm going to just cut the outlines like that and try to pull them off, put them on the back of here. I want this to stand up and not get squished in the mail, so that's why I'm going to put a little extra on the dimensional side on there, so it has a fair amount of I forgot that I have full ones, so I'm going to use some full ones too. There. And then I will take the tops off. If I can get them off with my fingers. Okay. And then I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to go this way so it's actually straight on, like that. And then I made a bow like Marsha did. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals, my glue dots, and I'm going to put that on. I started to say, you guys, it's like being in a fishbowl because our windows are pretty big and it's getting a little bit darker out and everyone can probably see in. So as the winter, once we hit winter, I'll be closing the shades because I'm going to have to snip this just a little bit because that's going to be a problem going in the envelope. And that, you guys, is my version of the card. I'm going to bring back Marsha's. And again, just thank her so much for the pretty card that she sent me. It gave me great inspiration. And I was really happy with it. And now that my offices or my stamp room is set up a little bit more and my paper's organized, I can finally order paper again because I haven't really ordered a lot of paper in the last couple of years. So yeah, thanks, Karen. It is very pretty. She did a great job. Hey, Patty, she did a really nice job. And I love these colors together too. I think they're so pretty. So that's the card. And I'm appreciative that Marsha sent it, and it was fun to be able to share it with you guys. Now, okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to flip the camera. You're going to see the ceiling, and then I'm going to quickly try to get you out of here. But my suggestion is during this process, you just close your eyes. So that I can do a little tour of the room and share a little announcement. All right, so I'm going to do a quick flip. All right, you got me? Okay, close your eyes because it's going to get, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let me stand up. Okay, here's the announcement. What are you doing on What are you doing on September 30th? If you're not doing anything and you live in the Orlando area, Karen and I are going to be doing a one-day crafting event. Not just card making, we're going to do other crafts as well. We're not exactly sure what we're going to call it yet. We're still working out all the details. but it's only going to be available for 8 to 10 people. So once Karen sends out the email, if you're interested, respond right away. And if you're not on Karen's email list, message me so we can know that you're interested. So Patty Shockey, she's in. We love to hear that. Okay. So as I said, December 30th, it's a Saturday. It'll probably be from like 10 to 3 or 10 to 4. It's going to include lunch. And like I said, it'll be other stuff. There's going to be 6 cards, games of bingo, and then some other crafts as well. Okay, I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to start my tour so you can see my stamp room. Hey, Jen. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, so there is the newest addition to my craft room from Stampin' Storage. It's obviously a holder for all the punches. So that's a lot of punches over 23 years. And that's not all of them because I have some whale punches that I just cannot get rid of. So I have that. My room is a little messy because I just did my stamping demonstration. So you can kind of, in here, in these cabinets, you guys, it's storage of junk. So there's no need to even show that. This is my paper storage. Steve painted the front of it white so it would really look nice. I know it is lots of punches, Judy. It's so many punches. Okay, now over to here, I'm going to open up the cabinets one at a time so you can see how I'm storing stuff in the cabinets. So I've got some just Longaberger baskets for display and some ribbon, which you can see I've really shrunk down my ribbon collection. And then my stamps and my brushes. Those are not all my stamps. I have two spaces of stamps. So that's one. And then this is the next one, which is a little hard to get back because the table's in the way. So let me see if I can, sorry you guys if it's getting all wobbly. So baskets, this display things, one saying, that little guy over there says, there's nothing wrong with me that a lot of chocolate won't fix. That's my life. And my ink pads and my inks. And then that individual one that's right there, that is my ink colors. So that's that one. And then over here, the third cabinet, my Stampin' Up! Bear, we got at convention one year, my blends, my blocks, and the rest of my stamps. And then that's my stack of cards that need to go out that are so incredibly late. So incredibly late. Yes, I'm well past due on my stamping cards for June. All right, so let me kind of give you a view. Now, I'm going to show you the side of my room that I don't like that I'm still going to work on because I need one more piece of storage. So that's what I mean about how they can see me right through the window. Yeah. Okay, this wall over here is a wall in progress. Of course, I love my white card and I'll be keeping it, but I don't like how everything shows and it's so exposed. And then that was just a bookshelf that we had and I needed someplace to store more stuff. So over here, I'm going to get 2 more calyx shelves with doors, and the calyx shelves are what those are right there. I'll get 2 more of those with doors. That'll give me enough room to store everything that I want to kind of be out of sight. And where you see that lamp is where I actually want to do my videoing. So I want to leave it set up so I don't have to keep taking it up and taking it down. But I didn't get a chance to get that all hooked up tonight. Yes, Judy, thanks. I have done a lot in my stamp room. Part of it is because I've had 2 mornings where I've gotten up at about 3 or 3:30 and I haven't been able to sleep. So I just get up and I start unpacking. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Alrighty, I'm going to flip you around so I can have a proper goodbye and say that I appreciate you guys watching again. And I will keep you posted if there won't be much more to do. Some stuff on the walls, like I said, getting the calyx shelving units and kind of cleaning up this section over behind me, or in front of me technically, and then I'll be ready to go. But I just am so happy to have a place to stamp. Here, I'll show you. That's my, you can see me on camera. That's my desk. So that's just what happens when you do a video. So I have a full flat space. I don't have really anything on it. I have some pens and pencils and one little display that my sister bought me years ago for, about being Irish, and that's it. I'm trying to just keep it as simple and as uncluttered as I can. So, all right, you guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. If you told me that you're interested and you have Karen's email, email her first. And if you're not on Karen's email list, reach out to me and I'll get her the information for you. And like I said, the day is September 30th, which is a Saturday. All right, you guys, have a good week. I'll be here next week. Actually, I may not be here next week. You guys, we have company coming in from the Philippines. It's a friend of Steve's, and I may not be able to do a video depending on what time they arrive, but I'll post on Facebook if I'm going to do live or not. So I'll keep you posted on that. If not, I'll be here the following week. All right, guys, love you, miss you. Remember, around here we make it and we mail it. So get some stamps and get some cards in the mail this week. Bye-bye.